There we go. It's nice to see you all. So tonight, the topic for our Quantum Wellness Wednesday is going to be all about herbs, herbal medicine, and it's one of those ancient medicines that have been around for obviously centuries. So it's very important to understand the power behind them. And I'm going to share my screen so then we all can get into the presentation that I have ready. Okay, so as always, we have the medical disclaimer that this information, it's for informative and educational purposes only. In no way does it intend to diagnose, or is it a substitute for professional medical advice or treatment. Terms and conditions apply. Temna's QLA terms and conditions apply. And if you are sick, please consult with your healthcare provider or physician. So again, the title today is Herbal Medicine. So herbal medicine, it's a category of plants used for therapeutic purposes derived from a variety of plants, including flowers, leaves, stems, seeds, and roots. And this here is a picture, it's so pretty, of echinacea. And as you also know, that colors have therapeutic properties that support the emotions. So not only do we have in herbs the medicinal value of the actual herb, the plant, but also in the colors. So in this case, it's the color pink and the color orange. So herbal medicine is put into categories. I'm going to go over each of these categories. I'll just pick a couple of them to give you a nice tidbit. The first category I chose are what's called mucilaginous herbs. And mucilaginous herbs, this picture here is a picture of the mullein plant. You probably have seen it around your yard. It's not a weed, it's an herb. It's something that's extremely beneficial actually for upper respiratory lung conditions. But the mucilaginous category means it's something that has a high content of mucilage, which is that gel-like substance that soothes and hydrates the tissues. And again, the example that you may have heard of even is slippery elm, mullein, psyllium, and flaxseed. Fun fact, slippery elm, you can actually use the slippery elm, they use the bark. And the bark of the slippery elm, when you grind it really fine into a powder, they've used that for gruel. It's very nourishing and soothing for little ones, for babies, for toddlers to help with their digestive system. And back in the day in, I believe it was World War I, they used slippery elm as a nutritious food, similar to like what we would eat at like oatmeal to nourish the soldiers. When they were out in the battlefield, it was plentiful, so they used it for a period of time for that. So slippery elm is an extremely good herb. Mullein and psyllium hulls and flaxseed. But again, these are all mucilage type of herbs that are the example we're using at this time, okay? Notice that they're commonly used for teas and tinctures to relieve throat irritation or your digestive system. So like absorbing acids, soothing irritated digestive system and things like that. The next category are your aromatic herbs. So aromatic herbs, typically they're antimicrobial and immune and support the immune system. They're known for their strong fragrances and essential oil use. So these herbs are typically warming in nature and are often used to stimulate circulation, promote digestion, antimicrobial again, and the immune system, supporting the immune system. And the examples you see here below, oh, my little menu is actually not going down for me to say all of them, but cinnamon, cayenne, ginger, thyme, oregano, basil, all of those herbs are considered aromatic herbs. Now, if you actually take one of those herbs and you can, you taste it, what does it do? It stimulates your saliva. And so that shows that those herbs stimulate your digestive system. And also, if you have something that's a little spicy, it's going to heat or warm up the body, right? So it's stimulating circulation. And a key fact with aromatic herbs, never cook them, okay? If you want all the properties of the aromatic herbs, you can cook, you can make your food first, take your food off the stove, and then you add your aromatic herbs. That's how you should present your herbs and eat your herbs. Don't cook them. You want them to be steeped or fresh, raw, in order to get all the properties of those herbs. Another little tidbit is if the more spices you use in your cooking, right, the more you're going to be able to digest the foods that you are eating. So it's very important to include your garlic and your oregano and your thyme and all those different spices in your foods, okay? Adaptogenic herbs. So these herbs are a unique group of herbs that help the body adapt to stress. Adaptogenic, adapting to stress. They support the adrenal system and enhance the body's resilience to physical, emotional, and environmental stressors. Some examples include one of my favorites, ashwagandha. Rhodiola is also one of my favorites, and holy basil. So again, these herbs are very important to help you to adapt to stress. Who doesn't need these nowadays, right? Supporting the adrenal system. Then we have nutrient-dense herbs. So these herbs are rich in vitamins and minerals and antioxidants that can contribute to just overall health. They are often used as supplements to boost nutritional intake. Some examples are spirulina, which spirulina has an extremely high content of protein. It's a natural source of protein. Also, wheatgrass, barley grass, and sea moss, all of which have a high amount of nutrients and antioxidants and minerals. Fun fact, anything that's green has chlorophyll as one of its main ingredients, but chlorophyll is equivalent to supporting our own blood. We use chlorophyll. We actually, it's called the soap of the body. It's a great way to help clean the blood, the liver, and all the different organs in the system. Okay, so all these green types of herbs, spirulina, wheatgrass, barley grass, they're all excellent for their nutrition and their chlorophyll cleansing properties. Like just a nice, light, nourishing cleanse though. Bitter herbs. Bitter herbs are known for their ability to stimulate digestion, promote liver health, and detoxification. So anything that's bitter, you think of some examples, dandelion, it's a very, very bitter herb, right? Kale is considered a bitter plant, a bitter herb. Wormwood, very bitter. Milk thistle, bitter. Melon, senna, and Cascara sagrada. So bitter herbs actually stimulate digestion and promote liver health and detoxification. Another little fun fact is bitter herbs also, parasites do not like bitter herbs, especially wormwood and artemisia. So if you have any parasites coming up on your AO scanner, which we'll get into in a second, you can use wormwood or artemisia or any one of your bitter herbs to help support the body fighting those. Some sedative herbs, another category, obviously sedative meaning calming. So it has that calming effect. So supporting the body, having to deal with anxiety and insomnia and stress relief. And usually they're taken as tinctures or teas. And some examples include valerian root, passion flower, hops. A little fun fact, it's been said 85% of your prescription medication actually are derived from herbs, so plants, right? So what they do is they take the chemical constituent out of the plant and then they put it into their own form. And because you're taking that active chemical constituent out of the plant, that's when it now starts to become more of a chemical instead of an herb, because in its natural state, the herb actually has natural buffers that the body recognizes as food. So it's best to have the medicinal effect of that property of, it's better to have it in the plant form because of the buffers that they have. Okay, so as an example, valerian root, the medication Valium, that actually is derived from valerian root. Hops is another one, passion flower, foxglove is another one, and foxglove actually, they have the medication, it's called digitalis, they use it for the heart. Foxglove is also used for the heart. But anyways, it's an interesting fun fact that I wanted to share. Now we have cooling and anti-inflammatory herbs. So these herbs help the body balance excess heat, and it offers a nice soothing effect to the body, especially in hot weather or during inflammatory conditions. So obviously, inflammation produces heat, right, in that area. So cooling and anti-inflammatory herbs are often used in teas or even cool teas. Some examples include peppermint or wintergreen. I like white willow bark. White willow bark's a nice one also for pain relief, right? Anti-inflammatory. And so we can see those examples of cooling and anti-inflammatory herbs. So how do I know which herbs are the right ones for me? Those few categories that I just shared and those few herbs, obviously there's hundreds of different herbs all across the world that are beneficial in some sort of way for our body, for our symptoms. So how do I know which herbs are the ones for me? Well, my answer to that, muscle response test and or applied kinesiology. And now we have the bioresonance scan that is what I call muscle response testing or applied kinesiology on steroids. It's the modern way to test the body to see what the body needs. And it's by using, again, bioresonance technology. And this technology is a technology that's from Russia, Germany, Spain, Asia, and the United States. And it's based on the works of Nikola Tesla, a brilliant man, Dr. Royal Rife, another brilliant man, pioneering the Rife machine, which is it's a machine that is a frequency generator. And then Albert Einstein, another world-renowned brilliant man, and others that theorize that everything physical at its most fundamental level is actually an energetic and has energy, an energetic frequency. Okay, so with bioresonance scanning, you're actually scanning all of these different frequencies of plants, as well as even your own human body. So I personally am so excited, as you all know, about the AO scanner, because the AO scanner is a biofrequency device and a frequency generator, but it's in the palm of your hand because it's now in an app form. The company name is Solux Global, and Solux has combined the technology along with along with the actual science, combine that together and put it in the app form. So I'm going to share with you all and demonstrate how it works when finding what supplements you need. And by the way, this is my son. He won't mind me showing his name. That's a neat testimony I'll share with you after the presentation. But here's the app. You can use the app on any laptop or your cell phone or a tablet. And because everything has its own frequency, its own specific frequency that is unique to it, the substance. If it's in this case, we're talking about herbs and plants. So every herb or every plant has its own frequency. It's its own code, so its own energetic code. And again, on that quantum cellular level. So it's very simple. You would click right up here at the top, and you would click on supplement therapies and simply click on the plus sign to add the herbal supplement. And then you would enter the supplement name. So let's say my favorite, ashwagandha. And then on the back of each label, typically, you know, if you're getting it in capsule form or tincture or what have you, you can also get herbs in bulk form or tea form. But anyways, you would just simply put when you would take it for the suggested dosage. So morning, midday, evening, or general. And then the description, you might want to put there, it's an adaptogenic. Now that you know what that is. And the dictionary doesn't recognize it, but that's okay. We know that it is an adaptogenic herb. Okay, so it helps you to adapt to stress. Then the dosage, if it was 2 capsules, or if it was 2 tablets or 2 dropperfuls, 2 teaspoons or tablespoons. But for the sake of the example, we're going to go ahead and have 2 capsules. And once you do that, you could add some other supplement and nutrition facts. Then simply place 2 capsules of the ashwagandha herb in a shot glass, and you're going to click on scan. And this here is the fractal amplifier, and it'll indicate that it is scanning. And then you simply save. Once it's saved, you have created a supplement library. And that supplement library can have as many supplements or vitamins or whatever you might choose, essential oils, whatever it is, it can have as many as you would like in your supplement library. Once that's done, there's a couple options you can do in order to find out which supplements are suggested for you. One of the options is to click on Quick Scan. If you want to quickly find out what your body is needing during the day, so morning, midday, evening, or just a custom random moment in life, you click on Custom. You can click on the category of the supplement that you would like to have scanned. And then Next, and notice it will do a scan, and it only takes 10 seconds. So by the time you sing your ABCs or count to 10, 1, 2, 3s, the scan will be done. And once the scan is done, it'll share with you the suggested supplements that you need. Now, this is based on your scan, so it's a snapshot in time. And it's the top supplements that are suggested for your body based on your scan. So I personally, I always have my own personal, try everything myself to see if it works, right? Even though I know it works, especially when there's physicists and physicists and other doctors, naturopath, medical doctors that use it around the world, the technology around the world. I wanted to see for myself. So what I did was I stopped all my supplements. I was taking quite a bit. And once I stopped my supplements, I just only took the supplements that were suggested according to the scan in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. Just the supplements that were suggested by the scan. Okay. Once I did that for about 3 weeks, I realized and I noticed how different I felt. I felt lighter. I felt less, it was like my body had to process less because before I took so many supplements, I kind of, your stomach just kind of feels like, okay, there's a lot going on here, all these wonderful nutrients, but I got to work on, do this and digest that first and this next. And now it just really helped my body to not have to worry about processing and digesting and assimilating so many different supplements. And I felt better. And I've had more energy, and it was nice because it was also less money, less costly every month for me, because I only had to take just what was suggested instead of all of the different supplements and herbs that I had, because I had a lot. You read things and you see a lot of, like everything just sounds so good for the body, but now I'm able to narrow that down to just what my body needs, okay? Now, I'm not suggesting to do this all the time. If you are under the care of a practitioner and they have you on a fundamental program, stick to the program. If you find that you stick to that program, but you also want to add specific supplements that resonates with your body after the scan, then run that by your practitioner. But that is a possibility as well. But I really love this feature of the AO scanner. You also have access to supplementation, to taking the guesswork out of supplements by clicking on the Easy Scan. And the Easy Scan is actually one of my favorites. It's my favorite go-to for my self-care routine. But with the Easy Scan, it is 3 steps done in 1 click of a button. So it'll do your inner voice scan, and then your vital scan, and then and then your comprehensive scan. While it's scanning, when it's finished, it's also optimizing your entire body, again, down to that cellular level. So I'll show you the report And again, sticking to the topic of herbs and supplements, herbal medicine, the beautiful thing about this is not only are you getting a scan of your entire body and your body optimized, but you're getting your custom binaural beats. You listen to those. Binaural beats support mental and emotional well-being. You're also getting the suggested colors we have the lightwave optical glasses to wear. So the suggested colors that you would put on your glasses and wear for about 10, 15 minutes, each color. And again, that's for mental and emotional well-being. You also can wear the colors that are suggested throughout the day. I'm wearing the colors that were suggested for me today. Then you have access to your herbs and supplement suggestions. So again, in the click of one button, and it'll do all the scans, optimize, give you this report. You can take action on your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. And again, here are the suggested supplements for you to incorporate for that morning or that moment, okay? Okay. Also in this report, I'll share with you the rest of it because it is a very valuable report. You have access to a snippet as to what's going on in your body. So you have food sensitivities that are listed first, and these food sensitivities, you might have recognized, you know what, yeah, I've been eating this particular food quite a bit. And actually, in this circling here, goat's milk, you know what, I've been eating goat's milk for the past couple of days, and I noticed that it really hasn't been digesting well. I've been getting mucusy because of the dairy. So that food is sensitive to your body. Your body is sensitive. It can't digest it, and you'll have that kind of a reaction. So it's going to show that it's your brain's response to that food. Your brain trying to subliminally, subconsciously tell you, hey, look it, goat's milk is not the food for you. So it's nice because you can use a report in different ways to monitor and maintain your health. So we have food sensitivities listed here. There might be a food that you haven't had for a while, but you remember you had a bad reaction to it years and years ago. You might be allergic to it. That also would be a part of your food sensitivity list. This also will share with you your blood panel, your chakras, if they are out of balance, and your chakras are an extension of your neuroendocrine system. It is a part of who you are as a being. It's your electrical field. Nice, because the report will share with you the description of the different chakras. It also will share with you your meridians, again, an extension of your nervous system. Okay, chakras and meridians are all a part of your electromagnetic field, your electricity, life. Okay, so it'll share with you the health of your meridians, and if those meridians are out of balance, if they're not functioning well, if they're hyper, if they're overworking, basically, then you can see how they're affecting you emotionally and physically with the report. And then next in the report, you have access to your gastrointestinal function. You have access to your physical functionality. So your cardiovascular, your body reproductive, your toxins. You see bacteria, fungus, human toxins, parasites, and viruses. So what a beautiful, wonderful report to have access to. And here's a 3D version of what's going on. Again, a snapshot into the body to help you to maintain and monitor your health. Okay. So that's one of my favorite reports. And again, highlighting the fact, because we're talking about herbal medicine, that in these reports, you will have access to the suggested supplements for you to take, herbs or herbs, vitamins, minerals, or essential oils, whatever you have imprinted into your scanner. Okay. All right. So with that in mind, does anyone have any specific questions or comments, or even if any of you have the scanner, have you used it in a way that you've benefited from it using when it comes to supplements and herbal medicine? Anyone specific that would like to share? Okay.
I will share that, like you, I take the supplements that are suggested by my scanner. So I do a quick scan in the morning, and that gives me some supplements. After that, I'll do an easy scan that gives me 3 other readings, inner voice vitals and comprehensive all in one, and they will suggest other supplements. Some are already given to us. We have hundreds and hundreds of homeopathics, right, that are already in our program. And so some of those will come up and I will need to imprint them. And I usually do it in water. And then I'll take the actual supplement that it suggests. That's my routine first thing in the morning. And I was going to say something else, and I forgot. I listen to my inner voice tones. Again, this is all in efforts to get that balance that is needed first thing in the morning, and then I do it midday, and then I also do it in the evening as the scanner suggests. So there's those tones. It helps me to know what glasses to put on for that color therapy, so I can have a good start of the day. There's those orange buttons are the imprint button that you can either use an accessory like a bracelet or a necklace to imprint your homeopathics on. And on the left are the homeopathics, the dental detox and the Ignatia Amara, and so many different names that I don't know them all, but you can be assured that those are the ones that you need specifically for your body. And then the food sensitivity, that was the last thing I was going to mention. I eat according to what I see. So if I'm sensitive one day, say dairy, which should come up every day for me, I won't have it. I've cut it out here recently anyway, but kidney beans, I'll just beef. I won't have a hamburger that day. It's not an allergy, but it's just not going to be conducive to my energies that I am trying to build for that day. So that's just in short a part of my regimen. And then I repeat this same regimen afternoon and evening.
Oh my goodness, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. I love that routine. And then in a nutshell, how do you feel since you've been doing that?
Oh my goodness. I was losing ground before I met you a year ago, Timna. I am in my mid 60s, and I just was succumbing to what I have always heard this stage of life is like. And now I'm trying to slow down a little bit. Like I'm walking so much, and so the energy level, also the balance in my body. Also, I have insight into my blood work in my body, the parasites that I've been fighting with this, along with the psoriasis. Just the information is just comprehensive. And also, if I don't know what something means, Timna, you can click on one of those, say go to blood biology, or right there, CBC, there's white blood cells. You can touch that. If I don't know what it is, there it is. And then I take a snapshot if it's something that pertains to what I'm working on with my body, and then I can reference it again. I send it in a text to myself, because this is built for those with a good medical or homeopathic or naturopathy background, but we can understand it. I can understand it. And I've got a better hold or sense of my body, what I need, and am able to help others as well. And my cat.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a cute
Sugar.
That's a good point, though. You can use the scanner for pets. You can use it for children, for little ones. That's a nice thing to share. And let's see, I see Danielle, if you would like to share.
Yes, and so in line with the herbs, a lot of those things I did not own or have at my disposal. So it's nice to do the scan every day and see exactly what my body needs, and being able to imprint them on my bracelets or either on a Cephi die. And so it truly has been good to see the difference, bring my body into balance and using the herbs and supplements that's required.
That was an awesome point. Thank you for sharing. I love that. Yep. So you can imprint these things right here. Imprinting simply, again, you click on it and then you place your ring. Solex has the rings or bracelets or the little Cephi dot, and you can imprint those frequencies of those homeopathic remedies on those items and wear it. And again, you're supporting your body's health by doing that. And I see John, you, Brenda.
Yes, I just had a couple of thoughts. I just think this AO scan is just wonderful. It's so appreciative that I'm able to use it and have it. And one of the reasons is that it's so accurate. Um, we came in contact with someone that had COVID. We didn't know it. She didn't know it. And so later on, we found out she had it. And then John had symptoms right away. And then I had them just a day later. But as soon as we did the scan and saw, oh, yeah, we do have COVID, we did the playlist for it. And right away, it went away. The COVID virus went away. And John had a little bit longer than me. So it took a little while for him the virus went away, but the symptoms still was there for a little bit. But I just had a little cough, and that was it after I used the playlist. It's just a wonderful activity.
I love it. That's wonderful to hear. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
One more thing is that I had a question because I've got so many things that I need to work on, and I usually do them printables. But I was wondering, is there a number of let's see, things that you can put on an imprintable? I've been doing it. I've been putting quite a bit, and it doesn't seem to affect me.
So according to basic training, and you really it's suggested to put maybe about just a few, like maybe a playlist, like maybe 15, but you can put more and do it according to what resonates with you. So
Yeah.
like for instance, what I do is I imprint whatever I daily need, my suggestions from the easy scan, I imprint on my ring. It's so simple, just to take the ring off, place it on the screen, and imprint the frequencies on my ring, and then put it back on, right?
That's what I usually do. Yeah.
Yeah, and then on my bracelet or the Cephi dot, I'll imprint more frequencies. Now, what I try to do is I will imprint frequencies that basically work well together. So if I have a playlist for weight loss, I'll imprint that on my Cephi, and then I'll place it in a spot that resonates. Usually it's around the tummy area, right? That's where we tend to hold our stress, get that cortisol ring. Or if I have a specific, like say you were using it for COVID, I would have my bracelet imprint that maybe for all the different antiviral frequencies and things like that, immune support frequencies. But see, they're all synergistic with one another, and then wear that throughout the day. But that's the suggestion. Usually, is about a playlist worth. But you can do more. It just depends on what resonates with you.
Okay, that's what I've been doing though, with different things. So I was just curious. I know that they say just 15 or something, but I was just wondering because I didn't get any effects with my ring and my bracelet and so forth and stuff like that. So it worked. Whatever I was doing, it was working.
I was gonna say, if it's something that is like COVID, that's a serious virus, right? I tend to be more aggressive, right? What I would do is I'm more aggressive, like what you would do. So what you just did. So I consider that you have to be more aggressive. Whereas if it's something just for maintenance, like stress relief or weight management, then you don't need to be as aggressive. That's more for maintenance. But typically the idea behind when you don't feel well, when you feel something coming on, or bacteria or a virus or what have you, is to the suggestion is every 3 to 4 hours, it's suggested to take some sort of a supplement similar to, and I know we have a nurse here that could even maybe talk a little bit more about this, but when you're taking an antibiotic, right, you're taking it more frequently throughout the day because you have an issue that you want to overcome. The same thing with herbs and supplements. If you have a specific virus or an issue, you want to take it more frequently throughout the day. I believe it's every 3 or 4 hours that viruses or bacteria, they tend to multiply. So you want to catch that before it multiplies, before it gets into a bigger issue. Okay.
That's so true because I recognize that because when I got a little cough right away, I said, well, let me scan it. And I did see, I said, well, so the sooner you do it, and so I just had the little cough. That was it. It was gone. But John waited a little bit longer. And so his took a little bit longer to get rid of it or get rid of the symptoms. The virus is gone.
Feel it.
Yeah.
As soon as you feel it, catch it. That's how you do it. Yeah. Don't let that
Right.
linger, because it'll get bigger and it'll last longer. It's okay, John. It'll be different next time.
Right.
Okay, perfect. So I think that then is going to conclude our session for today. And I'm going to stop recording. There we go. Okay. And today